Hey everybody, just want to give it a quick second. I hope you're doing awesome on this Sunday morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. Hope you're well, hope you're happy. I hope you can hear me well. It's the first time I'm actually doing this in the kitchen. Hey Thea, how's it going? Just want to give it a second, get some people going in, because I got an important message for the fellas, an important message for all you gentlemen out there. Why you should cook your lady breakfast in the morning. And again, this is daily motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over again until they become habit. And I like these talks because we get to talk about various items and various things that you don't get to talk about on a daily basis. So I'm here to have those conversations with you. So today I want to talk about why is it important to cook your lady breakfast in the morning. Hey Sue, how's it going? Is one thing, fellas, is we don't really understand women, and men we don't really understand, and women we don't really understand men. And I've been with my lady for 5 years, 10 years we've known each other, and even at the 8th and 9th year, I still didn't understand women until we actually read a book called The Love Languages. The Love Languages. Hey Thea, if you never read this book, it's called The Love Languages. It's an awesome book. You can get it on Amazon. And we purchased this book because we want to better in our relationship. And one thing I realized was these things called points, right? So fellas, hey Jazz. So fellas, what we think is, we go to work, we work hard, we work out, we push forward and we become the man, and we think that's worth like 100 points. Hey Miriam, how's it going? But I come to realize it's only worth 1 point each. Hey Elizabeth, it's only worth 1 point each. And I was like, what? I'm going to work every day. I'm working hard. I'm pushing forward. I'm trying to provide. And she's like, yeah, thank you. But that's only 1 point. And that blew my mind. I was like, what? And most of us fellas think, hey, we're doing all these things, and these things are worth massive points. But fellas, the thing about the ladies is they're very detail-oriented. Very detail-oriented. You ever tell your lady a story? She'd be like, let me hear the details though. She want to know the details. Why? Because it's the small things. It's not the massive things that create that emotion, but it's the very small things, like washing the dishes, helping her do the laundry, taking out the trash, helping her clean the house, and doing food. Now, fellas, here's a secret. Here's a secret that women don't want me to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. Here's the secret. If you want to 10x your points, if you want to quantum leap your points, oh yeah, I got the pancakes ready. If you want to 10x your points, cook them breakfast. I don't care who it is. She could be a supermodel weighing 80 pounds. Women love food. Women love food. They said a way to a man's heart is through the stomach. A way to a woman's heart is definitely through the same way, but it's the small things. So it's not always cooking, but say, hey babe, you hungry? Sure, let me cook you something. That will 10x your points, I promise you. So what I like to do is cook her pancakes. I have my Aunt Chimama wheat pancakes. We try to be a little bit healthy. So we're gonna do it with some egg whites and some almond milk. So if you want to 10x your points and close the cabinet behind you, oh, oops. See, I just lost the point. That's why it's good to 10x your points. So when you do something stupid, which we will, we're guys, we always do something stupid, she'll remember and think back, you know what? But he did cook me breakfast though. So that kind of gets you on a good even keel. So we're always gonna lose points, but you can always regain and 10x your points by cooking your lady some breakfast. I promise you, you want to get out of the doghouse, you want to smooth things over, next morning, cook her some breakfast. I promise you. Because first thing men think of when we wake up is you know, making love. The first thing a woman thinks about when she wakes up is breakfast. So, you want to 10x your points. If you want to have a good relationship, do the small things, like help wash the dishes. And the thing about it is, many of us, is our pride, our ego, that doesn't want to do these things. You know, I hear guys says, yo, men don't do those type of things. You know, I listen to Eric Thomas all the time, and he says, listen, you could call me soft, but I like to keep my relationship. And so you have to ask yourself this one question. Is your ego and your pride, your manhood, worth more than your lady? And your lady's constantly wondering that. Is your pride and your ego worth more than I am? And the answer should never be yes. Your ego should be way less. Your humility should be way higher. And your relationship should be the utmost important thing into your life. If you want to keep the person, obviously. Not everyone, everyone says, hey, my pride ego is worth more. That's why divorce rates are very high. People break up constantly. And both sides, ladies, you should do the small things for your fellas too. If your man's trying to create a dream, help him pursue that dream. Do the little things to help push. Hey, do you need me to send me some letters? Do you need me to make a phone call for you? Hey, what can I do to help move the mission forward? See, we all love the small things. And if everyone in the relationship constantly does the small things in the relationship, it'll help move that relationship further and grow. You're always dating. Just because you've been with that person for a year, 10 years, 15 years, 100 years, does not mean you're not still dating them. So it's the very small things that help keep the relationship passionate and keep it fun and keep it youthful. So, again, your ego, even your she-go, ladies, even your she-go should not be higher than your relationship. It's like, oh, I can't do that. No, I don't do that. Listen, it's your man. And fellas, it's your lady. Put that ego to the side. It has nothing to do with your relationship if it's a real good spiritual connection. So if it is a real good spiritual connection, put your egos to the side. Hey, Catherine, put your pride to the side and cook your lady some breakfast. Vacuum sometime. Do the laundry. Doesn't really matter. But you want 10 extra points, get her fed. I promise you. I'll say this. Yesterday, the other day, she was, she's pregnant, so she wasn't feeling great. And so I went to go back to get her some Chipotle. I come back home, I give her the food, and I go out to do something else. And when I come back home, she has a huge smile on her face. And fellas, those are the points. Those are the moments right there, is when you walk in the house and she has a huge smile on her face because you did those small things. Well, again, either you could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel this was a very successful conversation. And if you're single, this is a good conversation to know how to get a person and how to keep them. It's not the quantum leaps, it's not the big things. It's always the little small things. Love is love. I appreciate all of you.